This is Pat Walker at MissionWinners.com. I'm doing a training coaching video for everybody. I love to explain charts, not just teach, but explain them. That way, the person listening hopefully has a true grasp and understanding of the formations. You don't need a million different fancy chart formations. Clean and simple is what's best. Look for patterns, and I can't stress this enough. Look for patterns that everybody can see. And it doesn't need to be just a cup and a handle, okay? But look for clean and simple chart pattern entries on a daily and preferably a weekly also. Those patterns mean everybody sees it. I want you to think about this. If you find a chart pattern that nobody else knows about, that means nobody else sees it, which means they're not going to act on it. Find patterns that a 6th grader could identify or a 5th grader, and it makes it easier and it stacks the deck in your favor. Also, I say this a lot. People talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. When a stock is pushing through the pivot price, look for volume. That confirms that other people see what you see and they're acting on it. And that's really neat. So here we go. We're going to ROKU. This is the weekly on the left, and this is the daily on the right. All right, and it's off by just a little bit on this one bar, okay? And that's weekly data there. But I have to share this with you. When this stock was forming this pattern, sales were up 51%, which leads to another important point. Focus on stocks that last quarter's earnings were up 40% or higher, or the average sales growth for 2 quarters was 40% or higher. If you do this, and I made another training video on this earlier, if you do this, you will dramatically increase your potential for success. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. And I'll pull up the article again if you want, but I made another video earlier to show it. So we're looking at this. You got kind of a cup and a handle formation right here. Okay? This is the weekly. So let's do this. Let's advance, and this coincides pretty much with this bar right here, okay? I'm going to advance at 1 bar. And look what it does. It pushes through here on unbelievably heavy volume. As I stated, they voted. It's a simple pattern. I'm going to advance this through the end of the week, okay? Now we'll advance this. Here it is. This is the weekly chart, 82.75, 82.75. Look at how it pushed through there. As I stated, people talk with their mouths and vote with their pocketbooks. You like to see them voting for your stock. They voted. They voted big time, and we like this. Good volume, runs up, pulls back on less volume, looks good. So let's advance this a couple of bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. This is the close. Let's advance this. That's a week. Let's advance this a week. There we are. 8403, 8403. And it's fine. Now I'm going to lead to another point for you. A lot of people say, you'll never go broke taking a profit. That's not true. If you have losses that are bigger than your profits, you'll go broke. You don't want that. Let your stocks run as long as humanly possible. Now, here's a great tactic for you. If you want to relieve some of the pressure, sell 20% of your shares off when you have a good gain. Keep the balance and see how it goes. So let's advance this. You're doing really good. Here's the weekly on the left, daily on the right. Advance it. Here we go. Up to here on a volume pickup. Isn't that nice? Now advance the weekly. There it is, 95.78, 95.78. By the way, notice something? There should be a couple of things here that should really help you. And that's my goal is to, you know what my goal is, folks? Be the person I needed when I was first doing this. There was no internet when I started, okay? You had to figure this out. You had to go to the library and draw charts yourself. There was no daily graphs when I was doing this. So here we go. Moving up. Looks great. Daily. Looks great. Weekly. Looks great. Volume pickup. Closes at highs of the week. Everything's fine. All right? Notice this also. It's walking up the 8-period exponential moving average. So let's bounce the daily chart. 2, 3, 4, 5. And advance this. 1 week. Here we are. Get to it. Make sure I got the right bar. There we are. I'm sorry. Going through it. Right there. Weekly, daily. Everything's fine. Walking up the 8-day. Let's advance it. There we are. Moving up. Walking up the 8-day. Now, you've got a good gain here. What could you do if you wanted to? I mean, you're up 25+% in several weeks, 4 weeks. That's good money. What could you do if you wanted to relieve pressure? You can say, I could sell a little bit off. Anywhere up in here. All of it? No. So you can say, Patrick, quantify this statement. Sell off 20% if you want to, or hang with it and wait for a trigger losing the 8-day. So let's advance it. And by the way, do you see how it bounced right off the 8-day? You think we're the only people in the world that know about the 8-day? Everybody knows about the 8-day. It can, to a degree, become a self-fulfilling prophecy. And Tennessee Titans almost scored. Nope, they got close. Tennessee Titans almost scored right there. They're marching on it here. Here we go. So there's ROKU. Advance this 1 week. 102.02, 102.02. Here's the 8-day. Now you can see it's starting to test the 8-day more. And you can say, yeah, it starts losing the 8-day. Yeah, maybe I'll take some. Let's advance it. Bounce off the 8-day, on the 8-day, on the 8-day. Reverses a bit. Loses the 8-day just a little bit. Now, here's another valuable lesson for you, and I'm going to advance the weekly. It lost the 8-day, but it didn't do it on heavy volume. So let's watch and see what happens. Let's advance it. Oh, lost the 8-day decisively on a pickup in volume. Maybe sell some. Hey, that's a great gain, folks. You're talking 25 points real quick. 25 on 75, we'll call it. Last time I checked, 33% gain on your frickin' money in 5 weeks? That's good money. Do you sell it all? No. Why would you? Let it work. All right? Oops, I jumped the gun here. There's the bar to sell it. Okay, excuse me. Loses the 20-day on a pickup. Now you definitely have a reason to sell some. There is a reason, okay? And it does this, all right? Still above the 50-day, all right? So everything's beautiful. Advance this. Here it is, 90.58, 90.58. Everything's fine. You locked some in losing the 20-day when the volume came into it. Everything's great. All right, let's advance it. And look at what it does. It comes right down to the 50-day, almost touches it, and reverses. And this is a great lesson that I teach the VIPs all the time. Folks, look at this. That sucker came down and bounced off of it, closed right at the highs on the day. You think we're the only people in the world that know about the 50-day? Everybody knows about the 50-day. Comes down to the 50-day and bounces off of it. What do people do? Some people buy more. They buy some. People that didn't get it down here where we did say, oh, it's down to the 50-day. I thought, well, let's buy some. Okay, great. Here we go. There's the weekly. Is that sweet? I love it. Marching up. By the way, bounces off the 50-day on a pickup in volume. Quiet day extends the gain on a pickup in volume. Is that sweet? Let's go. There you are. Everything's fine. Here's the 8-day. Here's the 20-day. Let's advance it. Bounces off. Oh, picks up again. Bouncing off the 8-day. There. Oops. Let's see here. Let's make sure we get the right one. There it is. 106.85. Right on the 8-day. Daily, weekly. Everything's fine. Resting on the 8-day. All's great. Advance it. Oh, loses the 8-day on a pickup in volume. Could you sell a little bit more there? That's a pickup in volume. You could. You can say payout. Quantify it. 20% more. 20% more. That's it. Hanging in. Advance. There you are. Everything's okay. Fine. By the way, please accept this fact. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. You're not going to sell at the top. You know who sells at the top? Liars. You know who buys at the bottom? Liars. Make good money along the way and be thankful. So let's advance it. Boom. Now there's a bar right here when it starts getting this way. They're talking right there. I think we just scored. Tennessee just scored. Good. I'm rooting for Tennessee, okay? Don't be mad at me. Just an opinion. Here we go. Like that right there. By the way, that's nothing against the Patriots. They're a great team. They're the greatest team. So let's just lay it out. All right. By the way, I don't care if either of these teams win the Super Bowl. I'll tell you that. I've got another team I want. Okay, let's move on. So here we go. Down to the 20-day. Heavier volume. Let's advance. Side bar. Starting to get a little weaker here. See this? Look at this. Advance it. Here we are. Let me do this again. Hold on. There we are. Right there. Weekly. On the 10-week, on the 50-day, starts to lose this, better sell some more. Do you know if it's going to? No, I don't know the future. Nobody does. All I do is live in the now. Live in the now. Advance. Gaps down and bounces off the 50-day on a pick up and value. Now here's the beauty of it. Because you've sold some into strength, you could weather that to see what happens. Okay? Then you get this. What do you think about this, folks? Gaps up, runs up, reverses down on heavy volume. That, my friends, is a confirmed sell signal to sell more. So maybe you sell another 10 or 20%. You're either down to a 50% position or a 40%, which is nice. All right? Let's continue on with this daily pattern here. And then you get this. And what is that, folks? That's called sweep. What happened there? Earnings. And that's exactly why you bought right and you could sell some and have cushion and hang on to some. And you're in great shape. You've got either 40% or half your position left. Everything's fine. Let's advance. You get this and this. Everything's great. Advance it 5 more days. Advance it. There. Everything's fine. You're happy. It's all great. You got dang near a double. Sweet. And you could say, gosh, I shouldn't have sold any. You know what that's called? That's called investing through the rearview mirror. All right? It's easy to look back with hindsight. You got to manage it. And by the way, anybody that would carry a full position into earnings, that's an aggressive game. And if you think, oh, I don't know, I'll pull up 10 charts for you quickly and say, boy, oh boy, aren't you glad you did sell some because you just got kicked. We manage it. We manage it. We manage risk. We manage our investments. Advance. Boom. Everything's great. You're doing fine. Is this awesome? And then you start getting this. That's some serious volume right there, folks. Make sure I get the right bar. We're off by 1 bar here. Bear with me. The date right there is 9/9. The date right here is 9/6. Oh, we've got to advance a couple bars here, okay? We'll get to it in a second. So we're right here. And then you get this. Concentrate on this. You're losing the 8-day on heavy volume. What is that? That is a trigger to sell more. How much more? Sell it down to 30% position. All right? Here it is. Right there. There we go. Folks, I want to show you something. You're looking at the daily doing this. That ain't mom and dad selling. That's serious. Heavy volume. Similar situation here. Advance. So you're selling more, okay? Don't argue with it. You sell more. And then you get this. And it loses the support level on the heaviest volume of the entire run. Coming down to the 50-day. Right there, losing this shelf is where we sold our last shares. Our last shares for close to a double on those shares. That's good money. And right there, watch this. Boom. You see how things change? And then all of a sudden, folks, you've got a good portion right in here. You've given back a tremendous amount of your money. That's why we manage it. Manage it in, manage it out. And I will tell you something. This entire move, I didn't look at a 5-minute chart one time. There's no need to. There's no need to. Anyway, I went a little bit longer on this video, but it's important. It's important to go in and study this. This is a training video for everybody. How to manage a winning stock. And I hope it helps you, and I thank you.